Hey everyone, welcome. And in this video, we are going to talk about how we can deploy component permissions using Genset. And after that, we are going to see how we can deploy permission sets and profiles using Genset. And we are also going to see the difference between deploying the component permissions and deploying the actual components like profiles and permissions. So let's quickly see how we can do that inside our Salesforce environment. So this is our developer sandbox. What I did as a part of demo is under this invoice object, I have created few of the fields and none of the fields are required. So you can see I have created like amount, what is going to be the amount for invoice, any discount, sales tax, shipping cost, and what is the status of the invoice. There is one more field which I'm going to create over here is I will create one master detail with the account and I will say that this is going to be the customer for that invoice because for every invoice there must be a customer. What I'll do is I had created one more invoice records. I'm going to delete that before I go ahead and create a master detail field. I will select account as a related to which is going to be the master for my particular invoice record, and this time I'm going to say customer instead of account. I'm considering account as a customer for an invoice, so I'll say customer. Go ahead and click on next. You can also try to create some different objects. You can try to take saying that you can try to create some other objects like you can say errors or you can say programs, and you can try to create these sort of fields, any custom object and any required fields you can have here, and just go ahead and click on save. So now we have created that field, the new field which we needed for this. And next thing what we will do is, as that we had created a tab for invoice. So what you need to do is just click on this plus icon, and in the lightning environment you will see the app launcher over here, the 9 dots. Click on that and search for invoice. In both the cases you need to search for invoices. Open that invoices, and once you open here you will click on new, and you will see that these are all the fields we have like customer, what is the amount. I can just put some random amount. I can say status is draft. Customer can be any customer I wanted to have. Like I'm not sure if I have any account record. We don't have any, so we can just go ahead and create. We can say that SFDC Panther. We can just put that and save it. And as soon as you save here, we will see that that account is here. You can say we have got discount and then we have got shipping cost. Save it. So basically, this is just to show you like this is how our page layout looks like. These are all the fields that we have got, right? Now what we are going to do is we are going to clone our existing chainset that we had. We don't need to basically upload the same chainset, and we don't need to start adding the component into the existing chainset. As a best practice, we always need to clone if we need the components from the existing chainset. If we don't need, we can go ahead and create a new one. So what you need to do is from the quick search box, just search for change and select outbound chainset. You will see the list of all the outbound chainset that you have created or anyone else has created in the same environment. Just open that. We are going to clone the same chainset, and once we clone this, you must need to change the name in order to differentiate. Like this is, I'm going to say that version 1. Save it. Now we have saved this here, the chainset. This is the new chainset. Now you can see we've got upload, we have got delete, we have got edit, we have got this add button. But earlier all these were not available. Still, if you wanted to see, I will just go ahead and open the same into the new tab, and I'm going to show you like these options are not available. So if you click the earlier one, which is invoice objects, you will see that the upload button is available, but you cannot see the add, cannot see edit. So these are the differences between the open chainset and the closed chainset. So we are going to add the new custom fields that we have created. This time we are also going to add the custom tab because we forgot to add into the previous lecture and we were not able to see the custom tab. We'll just go to here. First thing, we are going to have the tab here. there is component called tab, and we just need to add, which is invoice. Go ahead and click on add to change set. This time we got the tab as well, and we also need to add the few fields. So we'll just go ahead and click on add, and we know these are the custom fields. What we'll do is we'll just go ahead in the quick search box, we'll just search for custom field, select that, and then you will see all the custom fields that you have created. So I created amount, customer, discount, sales, shipping, status. I haven't created these two fields, I'm not going to select those. I will just go ahead and click on add to change set. I have added these fields, I have added this tab, and this is what I needed. Because I just wanted to show you one thing, that's why I'm not going to add the permission for the first go. We will upload this change set, we will deploy the change set into the production environment, we will see what is happening, and then we will see how we can resolve that. There will be an error, but what will be the error? Not actually the error, basically the field level permissions will be missing, and how we can resolve that we are going to see. So our change set is currently in progress. Now we have uploaded this. Hopefully we have got this change set over here. If not, we'll wait for a 1 or 2 second, 1 or 2 minutes, and we will see the change set over here. So we can see that our version 1 change set is over here. We'll just go ahead and click on that change set. We can deploy that here. We can validate the change set. Deploy with the default option. We know that there is no configuration, so there won't be any test cases, and we don't need to worry about the code coverage. So just follow the process or repeat the process which you did in the previous sections, and you can see that your component has been deployed successfully. Now this time we need to make sure that the custom tab has came as a part of change set. We will see now we got the custom tab over here. That's very good news. We try to find out if the tab is available over here. So we will do here. We can see there is no custom tab. You cannot see that custom tab. The reason is the tab is not visible to the profile. As a part, what we can do is, let me quickly show you. If we provide the permission to the tab at a profile label, we'll see the tab, and even after that what we will see. We just need to go as a part of post deployment step, which is definitely we are not going to do in the coming videos, because we will see how we can migrate the permissions. But so far, just to show you one more thing, I'm going to provide the tab access to the system administrator over here. You can see we have got this system administrator. I'm going to just edit my profile, and I will find the invoice object over here, the tab. Basically, you will see we have got tab settings and the tab settings. Okay, and we've got this custom tab settings. Invoice is tab hidden. By default, it is hidden. It's not available to us. I will say that default on. Okay, I will save this. As soon as I save this, what will happen? This time we will see that invoices is over here. That's what we are able to see inside our developer sandbox. Correct? Now we got here, we got this new button. If you click new here, what you are seeing, there is only one field which is available. You're not able to see all other fields, right? There might be possibilities. You might be thinking that we must need to add those fields into the page layout. Let's quickly check the page layout. Just click on edit layout from this post.com quick access menu, and you will find that all the fields are already added into the page layout, but those are not visible. Again, the permission for those fields is not available, or we can say that those fields are not visible at a profile level. So if you're going to do the manually, again this is going to be headache, because we know that in real time we will not be having only one object. There will definitely be 10, 20, 50, sometimes hundreds of objects you will be migrated at once. You cannot just say to the deployment user saying that just go ahead and give the permission to these fields. So how we can migrate these permissions, we are going to talk about this within a next minute. So to migrate the permission, what we are going to do is, again I'm going to clone this chain set over here. Okay, and this time I will say version 2, and I will change the description. I will say that sending the invoice object permissions. Now we are sending invoice object permissions inside our chain set itself. How we will do that? Add the profiles under here inside the chain set component, because if we add any component inside this like chain set components, this component is going to be deployed as it is from one org to different org. Here, but at the bottom you can see add profiles for included components. That means whatever the components we have included over here, for these we can add the profiles. If we add the profile over here, if I add a profile saying that system admin here, I'm going to add a system admin profile, and I know as a system admin I have given all the access to the invoice object or all other objects. Do is this profile is going to take only the permissions for these components, not the complete profile. There is a difference between a complete profile and the specific permission. So if you are adding the profile over here under this chain set components, that is going to deploy the profile from one org to another org, including all the permissions for all the objects and all the system permissions, all administrative permissions, every single thing inside that profile. But if you are adding that profile under on the bottom for only the included components, that means this profile is only going to migrate the permissions related to these components. Now let's quickly go ahead and upload this, and once we will do that like upload, and we will see the field level permission is automatically done. Upload this, and in the meantime I'm going to remove this tab level permission as well from the profile just to show you like how it is going to work. So just go ahead and edit. If you already have given, just go ahead and make it to default hidden, tab hidden basically, because if you don't have a tab over here, that means the tab is hidden and you cannot do anything on that object now. But as we have uploaded our chain set, you can see we have uploaded our chain set version 2. We're going to click on deploy from here. I'm not going to open now because I know what components it does contain and what is the expected outcome after the successful deployment. We are able to migrate the permission for the tab. Now if I go to this, click on this new button, this time we will be able to see all the fields over here. In under the whatever the fields we have migrated here, you can see all the fields we are able to migrate. I'm not sure if I have any account over here, but I need to create an account. I can just go ahead and create. So that's how you can migrate the permission for a particular component. There is another part of the agenda in the same video which we are going to talk is, now this time we have migrated the permissions, but sometimes we have created custom permission sets, we have created custom profiles, and we wanted to migrate those inside our Salesforce environment from our one sandbox to the another sandbox, and then from another sandbox to our Salesforce production instance. How we can do that? So for that, what we will do is we'll just quickly go. We'll try to create a permission set. For that, from the quick search box, search for permission set, and under manage users, click on permission sets. And once you click on permission sets, you will see an option. Basically, you will see the list of all the permission sets which are here, which has been created for you. You can just go ahead and click on new permissions, and I can say that invoicing. Okay, I'm just creating invoices. You wanted to create a license, you can just create a license for the permission set. If not, you can just leave it as a blank. I'm going to click on save. I have created a permission set. I'm not going to give any permission under this permission set. This is a blank permission. And then I'm also going to create a profile over here. Basically, I'm going to clone the profile. So again, under the manage users, you will see the profile, and here you will see all the profiles. So I'm going to create one profile, and I will name that profile as a developer, and I'm going to clone from minimum access Salesforce. I'll say that developer and save it. So what we did is we created one profile, and then we also created a permission set. For this profile, what I'm going to do is, and I'm going to provide the permission for my custom object which I have created, which is invoice. Invoices, all the permissions, invoice line items, either create as well. And then similarly for our reviews as well. All three objects, I'm going to provide the permissions and go ahead and save it. So we have done the changes, like we have created, we have developed our components, whatever we wanted to. Now we need to deploy this. For this, as we are working with Genset, we are again going to use Genset over here. This time we are going to send the data outside of our Salesforce environment. We will create an outbound message. Not outbound message, basically outbound Genset. And I will say that file and permission set. And you can just give it a name. I will say that developer profile, invoicing permission set. Now you have created. This time what you need to do is you need to add that permission set under this Genset component. Just go ahead and add this. And once you go here again, this is the process is same. You know how to add and all these things. So from the component type, this is permission set. Select the permission set, and this is invoicing. Add to change set. And there is one more component which you wanted to send, which is profile. So we'll just go ahead and click on add. So basically we cannot deploy profiles using the chain set. That is one of the limitation of our chain set, and that's why we try to afford, or we try to implement some other way of deployment inside any Salesforce environment for any client. So far we are going to deploy this permission set. Go ahead and upload this. So once you upload, you will definitely go to the production environment, and chain set will be available, and you need to just go ahead and deploy this in order to see the latest changes into your production environment. So now the changes has been uploaded. I'm again quickly going to do the process which we are following from last two lectures or 2 3 videos. So you can see here our chain set is available. Just go ahead, deploy this. Don't need to validate because we know it is only the profile. I'm sorry, a permission set which is very simple to deploy. So we'll just go ahead, deploy this, and we'll see that deployment has already happened. We don't need to go to the deployment status page. Go ahead and verify the changes. So that is how you deploy the permissions for the components which are included into the chain set, and that is how you deploy the profiles, not profiles, basically the permission set from one Salesforce environment to another Salesforce environment using chain set. Into the next video, we are going to talk about how we can deploy some other components like workflow rules, and what might be the error while deploying those components. So I'll meet you into the next video. Thank you.